guys, so I am 1 week post-op from my hysterectomy, and so I wanted to give you an update. I've been taking some notes along the way, and so if you want to know the reason I had a hysterectomy, that was my first video, and I have a playlist of my hysterectomy story, so I won't rehash that and all that in this one, but I'm actually feeling very good. I was actually not expecting to feel this good after only a week, and when I say I'm feeling good, it's because I'm really tired, which is normal, but overall I am not having a lot of pain, which has been really great because after dealing with months and months and months of constant pain, every day having pain, and then it would get, some days of course would be better than others, to where it would get so bad I didn't want to do anything. It was like hard to move, and then to go to where I'm having some pain but I know why, and it's just my body healing itself and everything, is a really good feeling. And I feel like I'm seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, and so it's just really great. So for the first week, I have my instructions from my doctor's office. It said there are 3 basic rules for the first 4 to 6 weeks following your surgery, and my doctor has said 6 weeks. So no heavy lifting or straining, do not become overly tired or fatigued. And I'm thinking maybe they're thinking, it's like they know, you're gonna feel really tired. I feel like I can sleep a bunch and then I can wake up feeling really good, but it doesn't take long for me to already be tired, where I could take a nap and all that. So, and no sexual intercourse and nothing in your vagina. So for the first week, it says your activity level at home should not be any greater than it was in the hospital. I wasn't in the hospital, it was an outpatient surgery, so I didn't really have much to gauge for that. And it said you should gradually increase your activity level as the week progresses. Walking and a gradual increase in activity will speed up your convalescence, prevent constipation and thrombosis, which is blood clots. Drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. This will avoid urinary tract infections and constipation. You may take showers and wash your hair. Do not drive. Do not take a tub bath, douche, or use tampons for 6 weeks. I don't know why I would ever have to use tampons again, honestly. You may go up the stairs and down once or twice daily is plenty. I don't have stairs, so no issues there. So, for my first week, I followed all of these instructions very closely. They also gave me some other information. Trying to think of what else. But anyway, let me go to my notes so I don't ramble, because I tend to ramble. If you are somebody that's like around and watches my vlogs and stuff, you already know that. So my surgery was Wednesday, and I shared my day that day with you guys. I have a video of that. And I was having some really bad issues with my bladder, some scary ones, where I didn't feel like my bladder was gonna feel normal again. It's like I had a really hard time. I couldn't even leave the hospital at first after my surgery because they want you to urinate, and I couldn't. It's like they injected fluid through a catheter to fill my bladder, and I just could not get it to come out. And so they gave me a pill, I think it was called Flomax. I'm not positive if I'm remembering that correctly, but even that wasn't helping. I had to basically just keep trying and trying and trying until finally I got enough to come out where they felt like it was safe to send me home. Said if I hadn't emptied my blood, if I didn't go again for 6 hours, then I needed to go to the emergency room. Luckily that didn't end up happening. I was able to keep urinating. It was just hard. It was like I had a lot of pain in my bladder, and I felt like I kind of had to squeeze to get all the pee out, and it just was really uncomfortable. And so I dealt with that for a few days. My bladder feels totally normal now. I'm so glad about that. I was so scared because, like, was it the day after surgery? Trying to think. I know I think for like 2 days, I even was just a tiny bit incontinent. Like if I would stand up, it would kind of drip, and that's all gone. So in my notes, and then the other thing I was worried about, which a lot of us are when we have hysterectomies, is that first bowel movement, because go and poop can be a big deal. And so they tell you to take a stool softener. And so I was taking a stool softener from the day of the surgery, and I'm still taking one every day. The first 3 days I was taking 3 a day just because, and then I went to 2, and then like this morning I just took 1. Yesterday I had taken 2 though, so because I just want to keep it to where I don't have to strain, because you have to watch out for those stitches that are in the back of your vagina, and straining can really impact those. So I had my surgery on Wednesday. Saturday, yay, I pooped. I was so happy about that. Now, it didn't come easy. I had to get some assistance with some prune juice, so I was drinking a lot of water. I also drank a lot of, I'm still drinking at least a glass, every day I have a glass of cranberry juice, plus my water. But I needed prune juice. It's like I could tell I needed to go, nothing would help. My husband went and got some prune juice. That did the trick. So I was very happy about that. By Sunday, my pain had pretty much stopped unless I did a quick movement, and I found out the hard way that sneezing, oh my gosh, everybody kept talking about coughing and, you know, to cover your stomach with a pillow and everything, but I wasn't even thinking. I felt a sneeze coming on, and then I just let myself sneeze. It's like I just didn't clue in. Oh my God, that hurt. That was way worse than any cough. And it hurt for a few hours. So I don't know if I just pulled something or what happened, but that was not fun. So be careful with sneezes. Also, Sunday. So what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By Sunday, I was able to get rid of the wedge. I was using a wedge to kind of lay semi-seated, and then I had discovered, I shared this in one of the other videos, that I could lay on my side supported by a pillow. Like I had to kind of put the pillow underneath my stomach. But by Sunday, I could lay on my back or either side without a pillow. I didn't have to have any support from that. It didn't hurt. And so I removed the wedge. I didn't need it anymore. And I was able to sleep comfortably on either side, which was really great. And then Monday and Tuesday, yesterday, I have had bowel movements again. So my intestines are working. I'm able to poop. So I did still need help though on Monday, but not yesterday, like help from some prune juice. It's like I could feel I needed to go, but nothing would happen. And then yesterday I didn't need the prune juice. And like I said, I am still taking the stool softeners. I'm going to keep taking those at the very least until they're gone. But I might take them for 6 weeks. Just, you know, I just don't want to have to do that straining thing, because another thing about the sneeze is when I sneezed, I did have a little bit of pink coming out when I went to wipe. I'm not having a whole lot of discharge. That's something normal. It says in my instructions, it says a vaginal discharge, which may be slightly bloody, is normal up to 4 to 6 weeks following surgery. And then they say you should contact them if you start heavy bleeding, clotting, if you get a temperature. And then it also talks about, like I was talking about the constipation, it says following surgery, especially when you're taking pain meds, you are more prone to constipation. You may need to take a stool softener or laxative for a week or 2. You will probably have some abdominal distension and gas for up to a week. Phazine or Mylicon may help relieve the gas. My phone rang. I get so many scam calls, it's really annoying. But anyway, Phazyme. That stuff worked for me so good. I never had the issues with the really horrible gas pains. I was having gas, which is normal after a laparoscopic surgery, but I never got that like debilitating pain like so many people get, and that Phazyme was great. Also, I stopped taking the oxycodone 3 days after the surgery. So for 3 days I took it, then I switched to Tylenol. Now I don't have to take any pain pills at all. The day I sneezed, I did take an ibuprofen, one of the prescription ones that are 600 milligrams, because I was having pain after that sneeze. So for my notes, I have overall, I'm tired every day. I have in my notes, have to work for a bowel movement. And what I meant by that was I have to drink that prune juice. I need like that extra little kick. I haven't had much of an appetite, which, you know what, I'm gonna roll with it. It's like I was kind of having to make myself eat. I wasn't feeling hungry. And yesterday that came back a little bit. I still don't feel like I did before, where I could just sit and read a book and just keep eating crackers or something. I don't have that urge, which is fine. I wish that would stay around forever, because mindless eating is a problem for me. So whatever is making that go away, I wish it would stick around. My stomach, that's one thing that they talk about is swelly belly. And I was having where I would get up in the morning and my stomach would be relatively, I'm not going to say flat, but it was like it was before. And then by the end of the day, I would look like I was about 3 months pregnant. It would just really kind of stick out. And that has been subsiding. And that's one thing that I wanted to mention is I have not used the belly band at all. I feel like if you have an abdominal surgery, the belly band would probably come in handy. But I feel like with my laparoscopic surgery, I tried it on and it just was very uncomfortable to me. I didn't feel like it was helping me. I felt like it was making my incisions hurt. So that's a $23 waste of money for me. So I haven't used it. Let me see if I can show. And then I wrote, sneezes hurt. I have an exclamation point. So let me see if I can I show you? Okay, so here's my stomach, and it's about normal. And then yesterday I noticed I'm wearing sweatpants every day, which is awesome. But yesterday I noticed my stomach didn't swell by the end of the day. So I don't know if that's something that I'm done with that now, or if it'll come back, or what'll happen there. Talking about the incisions, I wasn't sure at first if I had stitches. I didn't think I did. And I also don't know, like the lower layers of skin, maybe those have stitches and then just the top layer has glue. I still don't know that. I do know the outside, the top layer of my skin does not have stitches. It's glue. So for incisions, it says keep your incisions clean and dry. You may change the band-aids after 24 hours. Some swelling, soreness, and possible bruising around your incisions is quite normal. For discomfort, you may need a pain pill, which you will receive before you are dismissed from the hospital. And a heating pad may also be helpful. A heating pad was very helpful. I used a heating pad for the first 5 days. And my incisions, they haven't been painful, I wouldn't say. And I have been like showering and then changing the band-aids. And I'm not sure how long I'm supposed to leave those on. I go to the doctor next week. Up until then, I'm just going to keep using the coverings because I don't really want to expose the incisions to like lint from clothes and stuff like that. But I haven't had, the only time I've ever had pain in the incisions was my belly button one when I sneezed that day, and when I tried that belly band, the incisions hurt. Other than that, when I take a shower, I just I'm not rubbing. There's like, I don't know what it is on the outside of them, if it's dried up blood on a couple of them, or if it's some kind of stuff they put on them, but they're kind of purple and not from bruises. It's like you can tell there's like a substance on them. And so I've been like, when I soap up, I just very lightly kind of run my fingers over the incisions. And then when I'm done with my shower, I just pat dry with a clean towel and then put bandages on that are they're like those big ones. That's what they had on there originally, and that's what we've been replacing them with. But I haven't felt like a whole lot of pain, but also that purple, whatever that is, it's not coming off. So I don't know if that's part of the glue, if it's just something that needs to wear off. I don't know. I can't explain it. But I was expecting to have pain with the incisions because years ago when I had my tubes tied, those incisions were painful. I had one around the belly button and then one like right at the top of your pubic bone, and they both were pretty painful. They also had stitches though, so I don't know. And now I have 3 incisions. I think the one on my belly button is the longest, and then the one on the right is the second largest, and then the one on the left just seems like it's not very big at all. The funny thing is it's the one that swelled the most, but who knows. But now, unless I wear something across my waistband, I don't have any discomfort. The one that I've only had discomfort in periodically is the belly button one. What am I trying to think? I just all of a sudden lost my train of thought. So I told you I didn't use the belly band. I didn't need the belly band, but there was the granny panties. The suggestions that I saw people making, instead of buying like expensive mesh underwear or some kind of thing, to just buy underwear 2 sizes too big, has worked so well, because they're big enough. They're not so baggy that they fall down, but they're big enough where they don't bind you and everything, and they're cotton, so they're breathable, all that. That's been a very good thing to have. So really, the only thing that I bought that I have not used, and that for me, I feel like I wasted my money on, is the belly band. I don't know if eventually maybe I'll use it. I don't know. I don't really think that I need it. But other than that, and I would say the Phazyme, oh my goodness, I think that's probably, that and a heating pad has probably been the biggest help. But if you have any questions, just put them down below and I'll answer them. I'll even be going back on questions, in the future. I don't know when people will be watching this. I just want to share my story to help, because I sought out stories and I couldn't find any videos on people that had suffered from post-ablation syndrome. A lot of it was mostly fibroids and things like that. So I will continue to keep you updated, and I will definitely update you on one thing that I'm sure a lot of people have questions on, that is the sex life in the future. I will have none of that for 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks from what I understand. So, but that's one thing too. I haven't felt any different when it comes to like hormonally or anything, and I did keep my ovaries. I had a full hysterectomy, which means they removed the complete uterus, including the cervix and the fallopian tubes. A radical total hysterectomy is where they also take the ovaries, but I have my ovaries. And I had seen a lot of women will experience where their ovaries kind of go to sleep and then have to re-wake back up, so they're having hot flashes and just a few issues until that happens. I haven't experienced that. I'm considering myself extremely lucky. I just feel like me right now. It's only been a week, so I don't feel like I've had any hormonal changes though. But, so that's 1 week post-op. I'm feeling pretty good. Just get tired very easily, and I still can't drive, and which is fine. But I am getting a little bit of cabin fever, I guess. I've read 2 books. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. And like I said, if you have any questions or advice, just put it down below. And thank you guys so much. And I will be talking to you again. Bye.